Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ecoscapes with Suraj Naik. And today I'm taking you straight to the site. You ever wondered what actually goes down on a landscape project once the client says, okay, all right, everything is fine, let's start the execution? Well, today I'm giving you the real deal. Mud, sweat, drama, teamwork, and those little wins that make it all worth it. So grab your chai or your boots and let's dive into a day in the life of a landscaping site. It starts with the game plan. Every day begins before the sun's too high. I'm usually at the site around 9 a.m. and the first thing we do is a team huddle. I gather all the supervisors, go over the plan for the day, and let's say today we're going to go up with the pergola, irrigation line gets tested, and we start planting in the southwest corner. Sounds very simple, right? That's the plan until the real site kicks in. Coordinating a landscape project is like conducting a symphony while juggling chainsaws. You have got the civil team working on a stone paving, electricians running garden lights, plumbers laying pipes for irrigation, carpenters building deck platforms, nursery vendors sending in plants, and maybe on top of that, a truckload of manure and cocoa pit coming in, and of course, coming in late. So my job is making sure none of them are stepping on each other's toes, literally. Now let's talk about vendors. I deal with everyone from a nursery guy who's driving in saplings from Hosur at 5 a.m. to a stone mason who needs his granite hand cut in Rajasthan. You need to know your people. We once had a lighting vendor disappear for 2 days, just vanished. Turned out he was stuck in a traffic jam with our entire light shipment on his pickup truck. Those were the fun times. And then comes the unplanned surprises. Soil turns out to be full of construction debris. You hit a hidden pipe while digging. The plant delivery comes in very late and half of the trees are wrong species. Or it suddenly rains like a full downpour on a tile laying day. But here is the thing, we don't panic, we improvise. That's site life for you. Flexibility is your superpower. Now let's be honest. Clients dream in 3D renders. They have seen the visuals, the mood boards, the perfect lighting at golden hour. But real life execution, it's very dusty, it's messy, and it's very loud. One of my favorite stories is from a villa project in Jainagar. Halfway through the project, the client came to the site and said in a very angry mood, Suraj, this doesn't look like anything the design you showed me that day. We were in the trenching phase. Of course, it didn't look like that. So I sat her down, walked her through each phase, showed her pictures of how things evolve with some reference images. And 3 weeks later, when the final planting went in and the deck lights came on, she just stared and said, I take back everything I said, and she smiled. Communication is everything. We need to update clients on daily basis. I work with a lot of international landscape architects at different time zones. So my daily project briefing starts at as early as 4 a.m. And then I have to convey the same discussion to my clients with reference images, site photos, and hand sketches. If you ask me what's the real trick through all this chaos, you have to keep the original design intact. And that comes down to 2 things. Clear documentation of drawings, your BOQs, that's your bill of quantities, plant list, your lighting plans. Number 2, on-site presence. I make it a point to be on key execution day at sites. And when a focal tree is going in, when the sculpture is being placed, I'm always there. We once installed a massive elephant sculpture in a Chennai project. Precision was everything. If that thing was even 5 degrees off, it would throw off the entire visual axis. We got it done bang on. I still have the time lapse of that installation. Gives me goosebumps every time I see it. Now let's talk about design changes mid-project. That's a very difficult one. It happens all the time. Suddenly the client wants a koi pond, or they see a new Pinterest mood and want a bamboo groove. Here is the key. Evaluate, don't hesitate. If it adds real value and if it fits the ecosystem, we always adapt. But if it is going to mess with the flow, I gently push back and explain why. You have got to be the translator between dreams and reality. If people ask me still, do I get my hands dirty with soil? Of course, even till today, I'm still the same guy who jumps in to help the team fix the root ball of a tree or check the soil pH with my own hands. There's something about touching the soil that keeps me grounded. It reminds me where we started doing backyard gardens by hand 16 years later. Same feeling when the first tree goes into the place. If you ask me what makes me proud at the end of each day, when the workers are packing, the sun is slowly setting over a half-built deck and I see the garden slowly becoming into a paradise. That's it. That's the magic. You're literally shaping someone's future memories. Birthday parties, Sunday coffees, barefoot mornings on grass. And knowing we created that makes every single headache worth it. So yeah, that's a day on site. It's wild, unpredictable, exhausting, but honestly, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. If you enjoyed this behind the scenes look at how we build landscapes from vision to reality, give this episode a share. And if you're dreaming up your own green space, just know it's a journey, a messy but a beautiful one. Thanks for tuning in to Ecoscapes with Suraj Naik. Until next time, keep growing, keep building, and remember, every great landscape starts with a single planted dream. Thank you.